if you wanted to wire a data center, it would future-proof you at least for 20 years. We give a 25-year warranty and application guarantee to those speeds, and you'll never have to replace the infrastructure.
How do we help them deploy an infrastructure today that is going to be able to easily transition to those MMC connectors for at least the portions that are feeding the GPUs?
Especially in the financial community. And I would say also, secondly, uh, the pharma community, and in some cases, higher
In
ed
healthcare.
and
And,
healthcare,
and yeah.
and healthcare, um, and even education, higher ed, because people like Princeton University have the advanced study for mathematics, and they're doing high modeling, high data requirements. But I would say just this week alone, I've talked to three customers, and two financial, one pharmaceutical, large global customers that are saying today that. Um, Hey, you know what? I really don't have a need because we do this technology update for customers, and we would do that for anybody out there. If they want us to come in, we can give you technology road mapping for power fiber and DAS systems, just to help future-proof the situation. But when we looked at AI, for example, AI wasn't a big footprint in our space. We knew it was coming. We knew that the financial institutions were going to have some sort of it, and it was trickling a little bit. But I think we're in the thick of it now, where they decided that they're going to build some of their own AI infrastructure within their own, data centers that they own, whether it be at a colo or whether it be at their own facility. But they're not taking it to the cloud, where the hyperscalers are doing this in large volume. But they have sections in their data center now that are going to be, built. And we just did this for one client that just built four brand new data centers, and everything was standard infrastructure, standard power, standard fiber. And then all of a sudden they said, oh, you know what? We're going to have to build some AI stuff, and we're going to need more power, and we're going to need much more density because we've already committed the space, but now I have to allocate some space in my data center to build this AI infrastructure. So that's where we're going to see the density potentially of an MC, but even more importantly, a busway system now on the power
Mm-hmm.
side has to be implemented. So I look at this brand new data centers, and I already see retrofits within a data center that was built a year ago, where they cleared out space to put a bus system in, to put high density in, because that's what AI is going to require, and the NVIDIA chip, and not only NVIDIA chip, but everything else it brings, right? Too much power, heat. Now we have co-packaged optics that Corning's working on. We have the power that Eaton's working on. So, almost as quickly as we can think and discuss it, it's developing, right? And being implemented at the same
Well,
time.
well,
And
so
you
let's
have a couple of
yeah,
customers doing that
let's kind of
as well.
yeah, let's talk about a couple of those things because I think that again, for us, Edge 8 in a data center from a Corning perspective is where most of our customers have migrated to, and even some of the ones that were doing Edge right with 12 fiber connectors are now doing Edge 8. So for the reasons that we preached Edge 8 in the past, with not burning four strands on a MTP, now it
Yeah,
becomes
just to reiterate, so the
Mhm.
community's clear. You said Edge 8, but when Edge came out, it was a preterm 12 fiber, MTP solution. And that was prior to the standards being solidified as they are today, especially for spine and leaf and the speeds of the transceivers that we were going to be developed in the market to deploy. And we kept insisting this is the way to go. And then as we looked at it and the market started developing on the transceiver side and transmission side, it was obvious that Edge 8 was the solution, where we're using 8 fiber MTPs with, four transmit and receive lanes in them, because that's the protocol of the transceiver. And it goes right from, it started off at 10 gig to 40 gig to 100 gig, and now it's scalable all to 1.6, terabits in the data center, which is what we're talking about today at the AI speeds and the GPUs, et cetera. But it's just good to note that Corning, when they developed the Edge 8 solution, we stuck our guns on that and said, no, this is the roadmap. This future-proofs you. If you wanted to wire a data center, it would future-proof you at least for 20 years. We give a 25-year warranty and application guarantee to those speeds, and you'll never have to replace the infrastructure. You might have to add to it, but it's plug and play because you're going to recycle equipment 3 to 5 years in that 25-year period of time. So you're going to have 5, 6 upgrades of total electronic equipment within that data center and never have to change the infrastructure. And it's good to see that that stands today. And I don't even remember when Edge 8 came out, but I want to say it's probably 10 or
I think about
15
12
years
years ago.
old at this point, right? Somewhere in that slot.
Right.
So I would say at least for the last 10 years, we've been promoting, and for 20 years promoting Edge. But it's kind of good to see that, Corning really did that homework and we really worked with our clients to look at future proofing, that infrastructure. And we could state today that to your point, that Edge 8 is still the way to go. And we've seen so many other vendors come out there, 12 and 24 and 16. And I remember, in a Battle One data center customer that we were building, we stuck with the 8. Competition came in with 16, said this was the way to go. They almost went that way, but we were able to not only talk about Corning's design, but we were able to show them that all of the equipment manufacturers adopted this in their instruction manuals for fiber application for their specific equipment is Edge 8. So it's kind of fait accompli, but it's good to see that, you know, we did the right thing by our customers over time, as we always try to do.